Good morning, Agape. I'm Reverend Kate Roger, and it's so wonderful to be here with you this morning celebrating what is true and what is possible. We have two readings today. Our first is from the book The Optimist Creed by Christian D. Larson and is an excerpt from The Pathway of Roses. The following is from chapter 15, The Life More Abundant. When you realize that you are an entity through which God is expressed, and that your mind should be so transparent that the highest divine light may shine through and illumine the outer world, you have found your true place. To remain constantly in that beautiful place means that a higher power will be flowing through your being, radiating in every direction, giving the spirit of truth to everything you may think, say, or do. You thus become a personal expression of the Word, with a capital W, and your life will be a message of truth to humanity. And our second reading is from Merry Christmas Baby, A Christmas and Kwanzaa Treasury, edited by Paula L. Woods and Felix H. Liddell. It is entitled Receiving the Christ, written by our very own Reverend Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith. All of us are familiar with the scriptural passage from Isaiah 9:6 that celebrates the advent of the Christ child, which reads, "For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name is called Wonderful, Counselor, and Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace." For more than 2,000 years, this description was assumed to apply to only one unique, divinely endowed individual. Now, we understand that what we call the Christ is the very essence of all of life, and is therefore the ultimate truth of our own lives. It is when this energy of infinite love intelligence comes to the forefront of our awareness that we too can proclaim the birth of Christ within our own being. The Christ presence is always within us, ready to be received by our absolute awareness of its activity, moving through us all the time. The concept of receiving the Christ is pivotal because we cannot force Christ consciousness to happen. It's an organic event, like the blossoming of a rose, that occurs when the light of our awareness is focused over time upon the Spirit of God within us. All of our efforts to go and get God only serve to delay the unfoldment of this natural process because we infer through such efforts that we do not already have that which is most central to us. We create a completely different energy when we are open to receive a greater awareness of our original source and essence. It is in this high state of receptivity that we find that all of our needs are automatically met, and that all events conspire to bring forth the greatest good, for that is the nature and activity of the all good of God. When this is our attitude, we are able to live through the ups and downs of our daily existence in constant celebration of the gift that we have already been given. The gift is the Spirit of our very life, the living presence of Christ within us. And it is unshaken. It is undiminished by anything that can occur in the world of appearances. That's good news. And it's true. So let's anchor a prayer before our Dharma talk and meditation. Receiving a breath, please. And allowing your eyes to close and tuning into this field of unfettered truth, of fertile soil that is the organic, living, vitalizing truth of our very lives, this God presence that is everywhere. There is no place that it is not. Seen and non-seen, everywhere. It is beating our hearts. It is breathing our body temples right here, right now. It is awakening our consciousness. Even now, right now, this is happening. Let us breathe. And so as we relax, we open, we allow ourselves to receive this awareness in consciousness, we recognize the living and utter vitalizing truth of our lives. That there is this love intelligence which is having its way with and as us. And as we have shown here, as we have gathered here in this quickening moment of deep understanding and remembering, we bless this time together. We call it good and fertile and very, very good. Luminous. We bless our beloved Reverend Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith, knowing that he is the luminous conduit for this message, for this revelation, that there is a quickening, there is such nutrition that we are fed with today. The entire world, the entire cosmos. This is happening. It is at hand. It is such good news. And so we allow the magnificence, the wonderful, the Christ consciousness to bless us and to be the blessing of our very lives. And so it is, and so it shall be. Amen, amen, amen.
Thank you, Reverend Kate. Wonderful, wonderful way to enter into this sacred way of meditation service. I like that. You may know by now that humanity suffers from the inability to see reality. That's very basically the primary meaning of suffering, the inability to see reality. The way of meditation, or your practice of meditation, begins to remove the impurities of the mind and the perception so that you can see reality. There used to be a saying years ago that metaphysics, you create your own reality. We don't say that anymore. You create your perception of reality. You create your experience reality. But reality with the capital R is the same yesterday, today, and forever. It's changeless. All of the great mystics and all of the great teachings always alert you to the fact that there is something eternal, something spiritual, something real, something forever that is changeless, always being itself, never compromises nor contradicts its nature. It is what it is. And then we have the opportunity to see that and then to be a direct transponder of that and allow for our life to reveal that as love, as beauty, as creativity, as generosity, as dynamic peace, all of the sacred qualities of the infinite. In the arc of evolution, humanity is growing to see more and more and more of that which is real, more and more of that which is eternal. Obviously, the fast track to that is an intention to grow spiritually, coupled with a spiritual practice that is embraced on a regular basis, so that little by little by little, incrementally, and sometimes dramatically, you can see. And you understand the statement, before I was blind, but now I see. Jesus the Christ said, I've come to give the blind sight and to give those that the deaf the ability to hear. But oftentimes people don't complete that. And he also said, I've also come to make those that see blind and those that hear deaf. In other words, I've come to wake people up to the glorious nature of the reality. But those that are stuck in opinion and limited points of view, that think they're seeing, I've come to make them blind to that point of view. And those that are hearing their own thoughts and their own opinions only and live in a state of judgment, I've come to make them deaf to that. So the whole inner work is about a purification of our awareness, which allows each and every one of us to tap into and ultimately reflect and reveal our innate nature of dynamic peace and wellness and wholeness and well-being, which is innate to us, intrinsic to us. Oftentimes we get caught into thinking that there's some exogenous thing, something outside of ourselves that's going to protect us and make us better. And obviously there are nutritional things, there are things in exercise, there are things we must do in order to make the body temple in the proper condition, to reveal the sacred order and allow for the celestial body to reveal itself through us. But the things that people worry about all the time, they forget that well-being, wholeness, safety, they're all states of consciousness. There's nothing outside that's going to make you safe. That's all inside. Everything is inside. Humanity suffers from the inability to see. Their unconscious availability to false narratives about reality, about limitation, about scarcity, about not enoughness, about separation from God. There's a billionaire recently, somebody asked him about a God, and he says, I've seen no evidence about the divinity of humanity. I mean, that's an interesting place, scary place to live, to have that much force behind you and see no evidence of the divine that's anywhere. But not you, not here, not now. You've come to a sacred center that is a center of activation, a center of transformation, a center of transformational education, a center of sacred and holy fellowship, a center of continual study to be perpetual learners, so that year after year after year, we're seeing more of that which is real, so that our intrinsic nature is activated. And we begin to discover, when you break free from the limited point of view, that you did not arrive on earth to walk in the status quo. You did not arrive on earth to give in to external agendas. You arrived on earth to remember your real nature and to stretch the status quo, to stretch the prevailing paradigms, the ways of thinking. It's called creativity. So though from time to time you may have gotten caught up in under the aegis of merely surviving, which is quite normal. If you're coming into a spiritual practice, you know that that's just the beginning. That's just your beginning steps of incarnation. to survive, to make sure your body temple is taken care of, that you don't put your hand in a fire, that you don't eat poison, that you don't jump in front of cars, that you develop the capacity to have your needs met. We know that that's just the beginning. It's not the end, even though some people have made that an end game. They're called psychologically, pathologically crazy, according to the Native American traditions. But you know that as you continue to grow, you learn to adapt, and then you embrace the vibration of transformation as a way of living. And then there's the dissolving of old worlds that you used to live in based on the ethic and the aegis of survival and adaptation. You're here to be free, to escape the limited point of view. And then joy, being the evidence of God, begins to be so active in you because it is not based upon a circumstance or a condition. It's based upon you knowing who you are, knowing what you emerged from. Not religiosity, but deep spiritual awareness, of which religion is to bring you to the leap-off point where you remember who you are and then anchor your giftedness, your talents, anchor your unique way of revealing the presence as only you can on earth as it is in the heart mind of the infinite. So for the mature seekers and finders, we know that we're not here to merely be good according to some human being standards and then go to heaven. We know, as the individual that walked the planet 2,000 years ago, that broke free from the prevailing paradigm of his time and was ridiculed and crucified for it, that we're here to break free from the prevailing paradigm. And as he said, the kingdom of heaven is at hand now. Those aren't mere pretty words. That's spiritual truth. Your inability to see that brings about suffering. Your inability to have that activated in you brings about suffering. Meditation and the practice of escaping the prevailing paradigm, that which has become normalized, is your way out. Thus, over the years, you've heard me say, the way in is the way out. That's why you sit. That's why we have a little smile on our face, because we know the real secret. We've been given everything. And it's time to set it free. And then you discover your particular way of walking on the planet. Your particular way that you break free from the prevailing paradigm. Your particular way that you bring forth creativity, beauty, generosity, love, compassion, kindness, patience, the depth of forgiveness, innovativeness, resourcefulness. You find your particular way of doing it without judging how other people do it. All of this begins with allowing yourself to take a seat, have a living intentionality to wake up to the glorious nature, the reality that all mystics have described. Embrace the sovereignty over your attention so that no one can steal that from you. You control your own attention. You embrace your own intention. You listen deeply to the eternal broadcast that's occurring. Let there be life, let there be love, let there be beauty. And you always enter in as if for the very first time, like a child. Not childish, but childlike. Let's do this. Squeeze the shoulders up to the ears as hard as you can. Squeeze your fist, toes, everything. Just squeeze everything, even your face. Then release with the breath. So that you just practiced the opposite of what you want to do. You want to let go. Let's place our hands on our thighs, facing downward as a sign of being a descended master. That is, we are bringing heaven to earth. We're bringing love through us to earth. We're bringing harmony and peace and joy to earth. We're not seeking to escape. We're seeking to bring, to give, to share all that we are. In this incarnation on the planet Earth, you're here. And though you may have many lifetimes in one incarnation, breaking paradigms, breaking free from the constellation of shifting personalities as you mature. So you may look back and see that you've lived so many lives in one incarnation as you're growing, developing, and unfolding. Unfolding is a key word. All about bringing to earth your giftedness. And so as we embrace this sweet intention to wake up to our glorious nature, and we wrap our attention around it, so that over the course of what is called time, which an abstract concept actually of the measurement of distance and the duration of a thought form called experience, which distance doesn't exist because we're all one at the center, and once a thought form has been eradicated, time collapses. Nevertheless, that which we call time happens. We find ourselves waking up more and more from the intoxicated sleep of separation. And oh, what joy we find. It's a little smile on your face. You can place it there if it's not there. And if you're sensitive, you'll begin to notice the tonic chemicals flowing through your body temple just because you're smiling. The body temple is such a genius organism. We enter into a moment of lowly listening. We listen with our entire being for the eternal broadcast. Wisdom, guidance, insight. We sit in wonder and awe that this is our first time entering into the sacred silence. Be still and know that I am God in the midst of you. Listen. heartful, be mindful, be present. Where's your attention right now? If drift has occurred, it's all right. Just come back to your intention. Sacred breath is your anchor to the present moment. And enter into lowly listening, availability to catch insight with your entire being, and consciousness. You're receptive. Another few moments. Be still and know that the I am God is in the midst of you. It's not low here, no low there. It's right where you are. The ground of being is holy. You. Just take your hands and rub them rapidly and create a level of heat. And then just allow yourself to just bless the body temple with your own dynamic energy moving through the body, touching the body, giving thanks for this powerful instrument of expression. We enter into this prayerful moment, giving thanks that we are alive, giving thanks that we exist at all, giving thanks that all of the power and all of the presence, all of the love, all of the joy, all of that which is real is right here where we are right now. We begin with this dynamic field of thanksgiving and our ability to recognize, to see that which is eternal, that which is real, that which is forever, that which emanates from the heart mind of the infinite is increasing. Our ability to see this is magnified. No longer seeing through a glass darkly, but seeing the presence face to face. As Meister Eckhart reminds us, I see God through the same eyes that God sees me. Recognize this presence and the deep intrinsic connection. One with God, one with life, one with beauty, one with joy, one with intelligence, is increasingly active in our awareness. Beyond merely being a belief system, we're sitting to have an encounter and an activation with that which is real. We're one with God. And the word is spoken from this awareness for each and every one of us. Individualized expressions of the one, that we may be free today, that we may feel into our oneness of the Spirit of the living God and allow for right action to occur in every area of our life, compelling right action straight from wisdom into thought, into word, into deed. The feeling tone of all of our needs being met, being activated. Wholeness and well-being being recognized as a state of consciousness, being activated. And living always on the verge of, oh my God, something wonderful is happening. In spite of appearances, something wonderful is happening. And we allow it to be so. We give it full sway. And the mind is now an instrument of seeing that which is real. No longer programmed by fear, but an instrument of right sight. We rise in this together. We give thanks, and we allow it to be so. That is why we can say, and so it is. That's what it means. And so it is now. It is done. And we let it unfold with ease and with grace. Now, so be it. Amen. As we slowly open our eyes and be present in this moment with each other, and I say that because I want you to be sensitive to the awareness that thousands of people around the world are tuning in and turning in to practice the presence of God, the presence of love and beauty. And so we're creating a dynamic field of love and beauty and intelligence that's embracing the entire globe, coming out of a paradigm of fear and separation and polarization and judgment into an awareness of our oneness with life itself. So we're together. Some of you are sensitive to the people all over the world who are tuning into us right now, and that's a beautiful thing. It's a dynamic sense of coherence around truth. And this is our opportunity for giving, for celebrating and loving and supporting our spiritual community, being a giver. And so as you are doing this, you're supporting so many things, even behind the scenes. You're supporting School of Ministry, supporting ministries and programs and projects, and very importantly, supporting yourself in establishing a sense of permanent prosperity through effluence. Before there can be permanent affluence, there must be effluence. Effluence is giving and radiating. Affluence is a demonstration of the abundance that's intrinsic to you. So we turn within this moment and we give. What do we give? We give thanks. We give thanks that we have anything to give at all. We bless it. We dedicate it to the knowing of intrinsic truth of our being that sets us free. We bless this spiritual community, and we allow it to be so. And so it is. Amen. Veterans, you may begin the giving process now. You know how to do it. Many of you are already in tune with the Auto Tithe program. You're already in tune with Text to Donate and how to set it so that you can give on a regular basis. For those who are just entering into the stretching of your giving muscles that you will need to have a happy life on this planet, you can begin by texting to donate. You can text the word give to 424-321-6243. Your phone will prompt you. You choose the amount and the regularity of your gift. You can do that right now. All of this is obviously going to be on the screen for you as well. And you can mail it in, Agape International, 8549 Wilshire Boulevard, Suite 1156, Beverly Hills, California, 90211. It's right here on your screen. Mail it in. When it arrives, it's on time, and it's dynamically appreciated. Our website is agapelive.com. If you're on our YouTube channel or Facebook, agapelive.com, you can go to the donation button there in the banner, and you can give right now. You're going to love doing this. Check out the donation button on the Facebook page as well. Hey, many ways you can do this. Do it now. I'll be right back. Reverend Julie, you did a bang-up job last week. Oh, my God.
Thank you. Good morning. To sign up or get more information about any of the items mentioned, visit agapelive.com, and all times mentioned are Pacific Daylight Time. Join your Agape family this Friday, December 24th, for our virtual Christmas Eve celebration, Rhythm of Light, a celebration of the light within, and our gifts to share. Meditation begins at 6:30 p.m. Celebration is at 7 p.m. Virtually bring your family and friends for an evening of inspiration with Reverend Michael, music, and more. If you are looking for a great holiday gift, Agape Wear t-shirts are back in stock. They're available through Alice's Quiet Mind bookstore. On our website, you can order now while supplies last. What a great 35th anniversary celebration we've had so far. The Agape Youth showed up and showed out that last Sunday, 2 Sundays ago. For Youth Sunday, we immersed in powerful conversations for our spiritual, physical, and emotional health, and Reverend Michael's gift to the global community of the Radiant Spirit, Radiant Mind, Radiant Body celebration with Sean Stevenson, Tina Lifford, Barbara DeAngelis, and Anthony William, the medical medium. And we want to say thank you, Agape Nation, for all your generous anniversary and year-end gifts. If you have not donated yet, give a gift today. For anyone who has made or is making a donation of $500 or more in honor of our anniversary, you will receive extended access to the Radiant Spirit online event. For details and to donate, click the year-end banner on our front page at agapelive.com. Are you ready for 2022? Are you ready to reset and usher in a new you in the new year? Then register today for Reverend Michael's New Year's Eve intensive Sacred Reset. Meditation, visioning, and activation. It's Saturday, January 1st from 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Sign up at agapelive.com. You can register today also for Reverend Michael's class, Meditation 2.0, The Evolution of Consciousness. Raise your vibration and powerfully recommit to your spiritual growth, whether you wish to deepen your practice, learn to meditate, or hone your meditation facilitation skills. This 5-week online class will support you through your journey of inner transformation, setting the stage for the next great expression of your life. Class begins Tuesday, January 18th. Sign up at agapelive.com. Teen Agape meets today online at 11:15 a.m. For information and to join, click the Teen Agape banner on our website. Preteens ages 9 to 13 meet at 2 o'clock. Children ages 3 to 8 meet at 3:30. Both are live on Zoom. To join and get your Agape Youth Fun Packs, email revleon at agapelive.com. Also, the Agape Wise Ones invite our 50-plus community to experience spiritual power rising now. Today, it's at 2 o'clock. You can click on the Agape Wise Ones banner on our website to register. And the Crisis Support Clinic offers Zoom mini counseling sessions every Monday from 4 to 6 p.m. To receive details for your first-come, first-served complimentary one-on-one session with a licensed practitioner, serving those who seem to be challenged related to finances, relationship, housing, jobs, email crisissupport at agapelive.com. This is offered to our community at large, and anyone may attend. Monday through Saturday, we'll see you on Facebook Live at 8 a.m. for daily prayer, 12 noon for meditation. You can go to agapelive.com to get the details. Agape Spiritual Community Gatherings meet every Friday, 5:30 p.m. You can connect in community for an enriching, inspiring gathering led by our practitioners and ministers. Email scg at agapelive to register. And finally, for today, you know what it is. Dance with a Rev. Get those endorphins flowing. Shift your mood. Show us your moves in a 1-minute video dancing during a Sunday service. Upload it on the banner at our Agape website, and you may see yourself dance with the Rev on social media and on Sundays. There are so many ways to kick off 2022 with power and strength and support. Pick what's yours and jump in. Many blessings to you.
I love that. So many ways to jump into 2022 in a very powerful way. We stop in this moment. Let us give thanks. The floodgates are open and individuals are tapping into the spirit of generosity, supporting their spiritual community and supporting their own permanent prosperity. That would be us, that would be you, that would be we. We give thanks for this, and we allow it to be so, now and forever. And so it is. Amen. Thank you, Brother Willard, just celebrating another year around the sun. We call it birthdays, we call it Earth Days, we call it Days of Appearances. I'm so glad that Willard has appeared. And so right where you are, if you want to stand up for our benediction. If you're new to Agape, that sacred music that you've been listening to was from the SOAK technology, medically grade frequencies that uplift, that heal. And if you're more interested in it, you go to soaak.com. Read all about it. If you sign up, you put Agape 70 in the discount code, you get 70% off for the first month. It's a good deal. Everyone take a breath. Enter into the solitude, the fortress of solitude in your own being. And give yourself permission to feel that this is a great day. Give yourself permission to feel that all of your needs are met. Give yourself permission to feel that everything is going your way. It's not against the law to feel this. It is the right use of the law. We feel that all is well. And we allow that to break into time through us, anchoring the realm of ever-expanding good on earth and beyond, as it is in the heart, mind of the infinite. All happening now. And so it is. Amen. We'll see you at 8:30 a.m. for the meditation service that precedes the 9 a.m. worship and celebration service. We'll see you there.